This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I, as a contractor, appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? Lead meteorologist Sean Choquette here for our daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by Merlin Law Group, C3 Group, and you'll see the ad for Artist Supplement. They got a special new masterclass thing starting next week. There'll be an ad for that at the end of the video here. Again, thanks as always for them for sponsoring all of our content, and happy April Fool's Day, everyone. Not too much a whole lot to say, a couple of hail threats, but you'll probably see it feels almost like an April Fool's joke for what kind of a threat it's going to be. So, before we get into the weather headlines, we have an upcoming event tomorrow. We will be doing another Weather Team Happy Hour. This will be similar to how it was last week. So, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. We'll be broadcasting to all of our usual places like Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. This time we'll have a special guest with us. We're going to have Kirk McCluckey. He's an engineer for C3 Group. And we're going to answer some more engineering level questions about hail, things that I don't particularly know, like what exactly kind of hail damages, what kind of materials, and all that stuff. I can tell you where it's hailing, how big it might be falling, but I'm not too sure about how things are happening once it's actually hitting the ground. So that's where we're going to have Kirk in there for that, and maybe answer some other questions, kind of go in depth about some other things that we do as well. So come hang out then, 4 to 5 p.m. tomorrow Central Time, April 2nd. So here's the weather headlines. What we got going on today here, guys? Well, got a minor hail risk today and a minor hail risk again tomorrow, both of which in pretty rural areas. And the one today is, in particular, is very unusual for the first day of April, but this is where we're at, so this is what we're going to do. And we also have more activity for Texas on Friday, and then possibly a much better severe risk going into next week. There's still a lot of uncertainty with that, but we're continuing to watch it as we get closer and closer to the end of this week and starting to really kick off April a little bit more than what we are right now. And finally, follow CDC guidelines, wash your hands, all that stuff that you got to do to help speed up the process of everything that's going on right now. So, forecast for today, there is your hail risk. It is a long little swath over a very rural area in north central Nebraska and into south central South Dakota. I put my little low risk areas for Valentine, Nebraska. It's a very small town in a very large county of Nebraska that has very few people in it, and by Chamberlain, South Dakota. That's the only other area of any amount of population at risk. Again, this is a really low end risk and over an area with not very many people in it. So that's your April Fool's Day forecast. I almost put in a forecast of something crazy, but that seemed too obvious. So that's your forecast for today. There's the future radar. Nothing too impressive here for this evening. Couple storms forming, about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then it winds down pretty quickly after dark. So maybe some $quarter to $half size hail over pretty rural areas. And that's really all we're expecting for today. Maybe Mother Nature will throw in an April Fool's Day joke and throw a big storm somewhere completely unexpected, but it's not looking too crazy. And then tomorrow's kind of the same deal. It's in west central parts of Kansas, a little bit more population. So Salina, Kansas, and over by Great Bend, Kansas, both at risk. $quarter, $half size hail, but it's a low risk right now. I mean, if we look at the future radar for that, there isn't really a whole lot showing up for tomorrow. So it's a low end risk for any sort of real activity for tomorrow in central Kansas. Maybe some storms will form in the late afternoon to the evening hours, but for the most part, next couple days looking pretty quiet. So make sure you come check out our happy hour. It seems like we're just going to keep doing these when the weather decides to calm down. And here's that look ahead forecast. Friday's a little more interesting. Yeah, probably a couple of you perking up, seeing Dallas at risk and San Antonio, that whole I-35 corridor in Texas. We're watching this carefully. Right now it's looking like your chance for hail is going to be primarily on the western sides of this risk area, and then things are going to switch over to wind threat pretty fast. But things are subject to change. We'll kind of see how everything plays out for Friday. Watching that carefully. We'll have a better forecast for you guys tomorrow for that. And then going into Saturday and Sunday, there's too much uncertainty right now. Every single computer model run seems to be all over the place for what we're looking at here, just in the overall synoptics of the large scale forecast that we're looking at. So I haven't pinpointed an area right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some low end risks on Saturday and on Sunday, and then a much more significant risk possibly coming in next week. It's been pretty consistent, showing the potential for much more robust severe weather for next week, and then an even better looking week after that for around my birthday. So these next couple weeks look like they'll be pretty active with severe weather. So we'll be keeping you guys in check as always with our daily forecast to keep you all inside the in the loop with that. So follow us here on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Search at Hail Trace. If you want to make sure you get notified for when we're going live or doing any other content, hit see first, and it should pop up top of your Facebook newsfeed. You star that post or whatever Facebook does now to get yourselves up to date with Hail Trace and right at the top of your newsfeed. And you need to give us a call at 855-334-4245. Go right ahead. Any comments, questions, concerns, your first time with Hail Trace, you need a training set up, whatever it needs to be, give us a call, and we will get a hold of you. And info@hailtrace.com is our email, and our website, hailtrace.com. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. for our daily, or it'll be a little earlier tomorrow. We got a meeting at 12, so probably 11 or so, and then we'll see you again for the happy hour on Thursday. Check out this artist supplement, and have a great rest of your Wednesday, yeah, quarantine day, whatever it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey guys, John Dye here from Art of the Supplement, and I want to invite you to take part in the first ever Art of the Supplement online masterclass. The goal of this 4-week live training is to take you from zero to claims master in the shortest amount of time possible. Not only will I personally teach you everything you need to know, but you'll also be tested for understanding each step of the way. At the end of this training, you'll be given a final exam, and if you have what it takes, you'll be certified as an official Art of the Supplement claims master, with the endorsement and skills to write and submit your own supplements using the same systems that have netted my personal clients an average of $2,000 to $3,000 per typical roof replacement claim. You'll also be granted lifetime access to our Claims Masters private Facebook group, where we'll continue to refine your skills and help coach you towards success. This masterclass goes on sale right now and ends Friday, March 27th. We're only taking 20 students, and once these spots are filled, this training closes forever. Go to supplementmasterclass.com to sign up or message me directly. Together, we'll make sure you get paid for all of the work that you do. dirty, filthy, nasty claims coming to you.